Hi, I'm Rick Itzkowicz. I'm the LinkedIn guy, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to significantly grow your network in a matter of minutes. Notice that I said network and not a list. You see, there is a difference between having a list and having a network. Many internet marketers will tell you that the fortune is in the list, which is probably true in many instances. However, on LinkedIn, what you are building is relationships, and if you have a whole bunch of people that you're connected with no relationship, the value of it will be minimal. So keep in mind what you're building is a network of people who are connected, interconnected, and more importantly, that you are building a relationship with. You see, it's not only about the numbers, but size does matter. Okay, so on LinkedIn, you do want to have a much larger network. I mean, as large a network as you can where you're still building relationships with people because it will matter. And let me give you an example. How much is Oprah's recommendation worth and why? Well, Oprah has a tremendous amount of two things: reach and influence. In other words, a recommendation from Oprah carries a lot of weight because she has a lot of influence, but it also reaches millions and millions of people, which is why it is so powerful. There are plenty of people who are very influential, they just don't have the reach. So it's not just a matter of influence, but it's a matter of how many people can they influence. And what you want to do on LinkedIn is to build both a network of people with a lot of influence and a lot of reach. And that's who I'm going to be introducing you in a moment. Another concept on LinkedIn for those of us who are LinkedIn power users is that the fortune is in the twos, and specifically what that relates to and what that means is LinkedIn works on the principle of 3 degrees of separation, which means the connections that you're connected is number one, and then there's their connections and their connections. So the most important connections on LinkedIn are your second degree connections, which are the connections to your first degree connections. In fact, some will argue that the only reason to want to add first degree connections is because you can access the second degree connections. So that's really the most valuable person for you on LinkedIn is going to be the person who has access and relationships to a lot of number 2 connections, meaning they are very connected. So I am about to introduce you to 10 people on LinkedIn that are very, very well connected. They're very influential, and when you do connect with them, you will be doing 2 things: significantly increasing your network and adding a tremendous amount of number 2 connections, which will expand both your reach and your influence. All right, the first one of those people is, and by the way, these are in no particular order. So Neal Schaffer. Neal is an expert on LinkedIn. He has a book and a program called Windmill Networking, and he is all about connecting people, and he is a major connector. LinkedIn, by the way, only allows you to have 30,000 connections, and Neal is rapidly approaching that number. So I would recommend that what you do is you contact Neal right away and ask him to connect with him. You can mention him that Rick Itzkowicz referred you to him and suggest that you connect with, and he'll probably connect with you anyway, but that will definitely help. All right, so Neal Schaffer. Wallace Jackson. Wallace is very active in the answers portion of LinkedIn. He's constantly answering questions. He's very knowledgeable about LinkedIn and many other subjects, in particular programming, and again, very generous with his information, and definitely a person that you want to be connected with. Mary Lascelle. Mary is her moniker is Relo Mary. She is a relocation specialist, and Mary is just the ultimate networker. I mean, several people, when I've asked some questions about different topics, have all referred me to Mary, And that's when I first met Mary. Is about 7 or 8 people says, you got to talk to Mary, you got to talk to Mary. Well, I have since talked to Mary, and I can now understand why people are so high on Mary. Mary is just really the ultimate connector. So a great person to be connected with on LinkedIn is Mary. Okay, Christine Huber, another person who is very much involved with LinkedIn and relationship manager in general, so social media. She is located in the San Francisco Bay Area, and her specialties are also a lot of events on LinkedIn. So she can definitely help you with that. Mohammed Sadiq, again, he is rapidly approaching the 30,000 connections on LinkedIn. Very, very smart man, and he is very active in all kinds of social media, including YouTube and Facebook, and many, many, many connections throughout the world. Frank DeRaffoli. Frank, if you are involved in BNI or want to be connected to people in BNI, Frank is the man. He is the owner of several groups on LinkedIn connected to BNI, and the guy just understands both online and offline networking. So Frank is a powerful person to know. Phil Richards. Phil is someone whom I met on LinkedIn. He is currently, as of the time of this video, residing in Malta off of the coast of Italy. And he is also put together a couple of LinkedIn trainings, and very hands-on, and he is a Lion, which is LinkedIn Open Networker, and another LinkedIn expert who is delightful, and you'll enjoy him, and well worth connecting with. JD Gershbein. JD is in Chicago, and he specializes in helping you with profiles. So if you have questions about your profile and how to optimize that, LinkedIn and JD is the man. He is very funny, and his company Owlish Communications, you'll see the quality of the information, and you can see he has 165 recommendations to date, and just people love working with JD. Chris Antingham Holdsworth. This guy is a brainiac. I mean, he is he's fun to interact with. He's always posing some interesting questions. Repository of information on all kinds of subjects. So ex-military, and traveled the world, and very, very well connected, a thinker, a deep thinker. And the last person is Todd Hirschberg. He, to date, is the 38 most connected people on LinkedIn. He's rapidly approaching the 30,000 threshold for connections on LinkedIn. So you do want to connect with Todd. Mary is the one that introduced me to Todd, and Todd has furnished great information for me on numerous occasions. So there you have it. These 10 people, they all have thousands and thousands of connections, first-degree connections, which means they will all be part of your second-degree connection when you connected to them. So 10 people will probably, because some of there's duplication, but I'm guessing it will add about anywhere from 20 to 50,000 second-degree connections to you, which will add close to 500,000 to 1 million in third-degree connections. So your network, depending on how big it is currently, will grow exponentially when you are connected with these people. And not only will you be gaining size, but you will be gaining influence, and these people know how to network, these people know how to build relationships, and I would highly recommend that you get to know them. Again, use my name and say that I recommended that you connect with them, and then follow them and interact with them, because they will definitely help you with your LinkedIn objectives. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video and that you get value for it. Until I see you again, take care. Bye-bye.